What's going on? It's Anton from antondaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Listen, bro, no matter what you say and no matter how many times you say it, I could care less about what y'all opinions are and how y'all feel about some of the things that I say. But I'm going to just tell you the absolute truth, 100%, no holds barred. And I'm going to always give it to you raw, real, and uncut. And here's the reality of it, bro, is that old pastor, that old nasty pastor, I don't know what his name is. I'm not sure what his chick's name is, nor do I care. I seen that clip, and I had actually seen that clip a while ago. But I think it's like a 60-something-year-old pastor that wound up marrying an 18-year-old chick that he knew since she was 14 years old. And then I recently seen a clip to where he was talking about or going off on a congregation or different people about their opinion about the fact that he married an 18-year-old chick that he didn't know since she was 14 years old. And we had a discussion about it on Monday night on my YouTube channel on the panel. And then I went back and I looked at the comments from some of the clips and from the live show. And you would be amazed. Listen, it's going to be a lot of people and a lot of guys. And I have a huge male following, right? I have over almost 300,000 subscribers on my main channel on YouTube. And then I got another 250,000 subscribers on my money channel on YouTube. And then I got another 40,000 subscribers on my after hours. And then I got another 40-something thousand subscribers on a whole nother channel that I got. And I have a huge male following. And there's always women that come against me, but they don't understand that I'm harder on the guys than I am on the women, which actually makes my opinion a lot more valid, because you know that I'm objective across the board, and I'm not saying it just to be able to get a reaction or because I'm an advocate for men. I'm an advocate for doing the right thing, and I'm an advocate for righteousness. And so the interesting thing about it is that when I went through the comments and I was listening to what a lot of these guys were saying, there are so many men. There are so many men that justify the idea that you can talk to a child. Let me tell you something, bro. I understand the idea that teenagers get with teenagers, or when you in high school, you messing with a girl that's your age. Yo, if you 11, 12, 13 years old and you got a crush on an older chick or something like that, that's logical. You thinking like a child. Children do children things, and that's why they have guidance, they have parents, they have elders, they got people that's supposed to come before them, that's supposed to get them the game on how they supposed to move going forward. But you're not supposed to be 30, 40, and 50 fucking years old still acting like a child. Your brain is not even fully developed until you at least 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 years old. Some of these girls' brains is not even fully developed until they're 24 years old. I remember when I was in high school, right? Long time ago. I'm 42 years old. I graduated in the year 2000, right here in the city of Detroit, right? I remember when I was in high school, and most young guys and girls noticed, and some of you women, y'all was doing some of this when y'all was in high school, and that's why y'all so fucked up now. Y'all don't want to take accountability for the idea, and it's not entirely your fault. It's your mama's fault and it's your daddy's fault. But y'all don't want to take responsibility for the fact that y'all was so into older men. And I remember a lot of these old dudes used to come up to the school. And when I say old dudes, I'm talking about anybody that had graduated high school, bro. These dudes would have cars, they would have jobs, and they would be coming up there fucking on our chicks, bro. And I couldn't understand that. And I was like, yo, even at that young age, at 16, 15, 16 years old, I couldn't understand the logic of why a grown man at 20, 21, 22 years old was coming up to the high school or coming back to the high school once they got a job to go and fuck on some young chicks. And so it always baffled me, but it makes sense because today it's a lot of you hidden niggas that's out here that still got a fetish for these young chicks. And this is one of the reasons why y'all let this punk ass pastor get away with this dumb stuff. Listen, bro, he groomed, that's a predator. I don't care. I don't give a fuck about what the law says. I don't care how legal it is. I don't care whether it's a statute of limitations. I don't care if, oh, it's legal in this state and this state can get it by. Listen, it's a lot of stuff that's legal that I still don't agree with. It's a lot of stuff that's legal that I still do not agree with. And just because you can get away with it, don't mean that you ain't messed up. It don't mean that you ain't a fuckboy. It don't mean that you ain't trash. And I keep the same energy across the board. Niggas that prey on young chicks is wild. Y'all predators, bro. Flat out, straight up and down. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't care how famous you are. I don't care how popular you are. I don't care, bro. That nasty ass 60-something year old pastor. And y'all all in that congregation. And this is one of the things that's wrong with the black church. People in the congregation, women in the congregation. Yes, pastor. Man, let me tell you something, bro. Miss me with that bullshit, bro, because I want y'all to keep the same energy. The same energy. And the reason why I say the same energy is because y'all always outraged when something happens. Everybody is outraged at what happened with Diddy and Cassie, but ain't nobody surprised by it because it was a whole bunch of people that was around it, enabling it, and now they want to get away from it in order to try to act like they didn't know what was going on. Listen, we see that shit happen every single day. This is not news. This is not something new to y'all. Most of us, not all of us, not my family in particular, but most of us know somebody in our family that was fucked up. Y'all hid the predator. He was touching on little girls. Y'all just wanted to make sure it just wasn't your daughter when you got old enough. A lot of these young chicks was in high school talking about, I like the older guy. And now they in the dating scene talking about, well, ain't no good partners. No, you fucked up. You got trauma in your life because it was some older niggas that was running the train on you. And you don't want to be honest about the fact that you was really out here getting finessed. And your mama did you wrong and you ain't had no daddy in your life in order to be able to protect you. And so now you got niggas growing up thinking that it's cool to talk to an 18-year-old and you 60. Nigga, you 60. What I want with a child? Man, listen, bro. It be people that be coming in my studio all the time. I'ma just be real with you. It be people coming in my studio, bro. And it be young chicks. And when I say young, they be 20, 21, 22 years old and they be hanging out and they be fine and shit, right? But when I hear them talk and then they be getting on their phone and they taking all of these Snapchats and shit, and I be thinking to myself, man, that's a child. Like, they think like children. I have no interest. Even when I fuck with somebody, right, I gotta be mentally connected to you. How do you niggas even get to the point to where y'all marrying young chicks and you got a 40 and 50 year age gap? A 20 and 30 year age gap. And I'm not talking about 60 to 40. I'm not talking about 70 to 50. It'd be like 60 to 20. How do y'all marry these young chicks? And how do y'all have a conversation? What you gonna talk about? Really, let me tell you what y'all really doing. This is how they finessing y'all kids. This is what they really doing, y'all. It's two things that they really doing. Number one, you a geriatric wife. You there to be able to take care of this nigga and change his diapers once he get to a certain age. That's number one. And then number two, you a predator, nigga. Straight up, you a predator. And see, I see Mar Jester Thornton said I'm dick policing. Yeah, when it comes to the little girls, I am. I'm absolutely dick policing. Listen, you niggas can fly and do your passport shit all you want, but I love my favorite show on TV for niggas like you. My favorite show on TV for dudes like you is To Catch a Predator. I can't wait until somebody like Chris Hansen or the police bait y'all, because y'all on these apps, y'all chasing these little girls. They can't even be children no more. It's so many of y'all. Yo, it's a bunch of people watching this right now, and it's so many of y'all that is out here chasing children. Chasing children. You ever thought, like, what's wrong with me? Like, why do I have a fetish? Why am I on sites and downloading pictures that I'm not supposed to be having and that I can get arrested for? You ever thought about that, bro? You ever thought about how nasty you are? How you literally are taking the innocence of a child. 18 years, look, he said 18 years still being called children. Have you seen some of these chicks that be graduating, bro? They are literally children. Freshmen that go into college at 18 years old, man, they look like little kids. You want to fuck on a little kid? What's wrong with you? Dog, for all of y'all dudes that's 25, 30 and up, 40 and up, y'all wild. Y'all are absolutely wild. I hope y'all get arrested. I hope they swing that gavel. I hope that they send you to prison. I hope that they make an example of you in prison. I hope that, listen, I hope that the biggest, strongest buck in prison, I hope Fleece, I'm about to do another interview with Fleece Johnson, matter of fact. I hope that Fleece Johnson and all of his compadres get a hold of you and they do some of the wildest shit to you that you was doing to somebody else's daughter. No matter how these kids is brought up. I don't care how many of these high school hoes is sitting there saying that they want an older man or they gonna talk to an older man or any of that shit. Nigga, you don't have to participate. You a grown man. They brains not even fully developed until they 20. Have you ever talked to a 19, 20-year-old? It's like talking to a retard. It's like talking to somebody that just got off the yellow bus. Some of these hoes deserve a helmet. Some of these women need a helmet, bro. Listen, it's grown women. I'm talking about, we talk about them all the time, bro. 20, 30, 40-year-old women that get on these podcasts and can't put two sentences together in order to communicate effectively exactly what they need to do in order to be able to get married. They dumb, they stupid. It's some of these women that's 40 and 35 and 34 years old, they can't put two sentences together and they don't even know how to keep a man. They don't even know how to communicate. They got tattoos on their face and shit. All of that, bro. And you sitting here talking about you want an 18-year-old version of her? Because you a nasty nigga. You a nasty nigga. And I'm going to find you. Listen, I'm going to make it my life's work. One of my new objectives is to that nasty 60-something-year-old pastor. You nasty, bro. You foul. You foul. I hope you lose everything. I hope that you don't deserve, you one of the reasons why the black church is failing. Absolutely. 100%. I hate you. I hate everything that you are. I hate the fact that you sit there and profess that you're a man of God and you don't have a single moral in your body that would validate the fact that you're supposed to be leading a flock. Boy, you a wolf. You ain't no shepherd. You picked you a sheep right out of the flock in order to lead right down there to the path of destruction. You the worst of the worst. I think some of these pastors are some of the biggest simps, suckers, predators, pedophiles in history. And it ain't all of the church, because I'm a real big proponent and supporter of the church, but I don't like Jamal Bryant either. I think that Jamal Bryant is absolutely, positively a sucker in my eyes. Jamal Bryant, and he not even a part of the whole, because I don't think that he didn't talk to no young chicks, but how y'all letting these punk-ass pastors lead y'all down this path of destruction, bro? I hate y'all. I hate y'all. I hate every last one of y'all dudes that have a desire to do anything with a chick, or if you looking at anybody that's underage and you say, damn, she fine, and you know that she underage, you a sucker, bro. You weak. You weak. And I'ma just be honest with you, bro. I don't stand for that shit. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't care how much money you done gave. I don't care how many super chats you done sent me on YouTube. Fuck you. Fuck you. Real talk. I don't care nothing about none of y'all at all. And y'all wild. Y'all absolutely wild. And then y'all got the nerve to sit there and say, but she asked for it. You a nasty nigga. Everything about you is nasty, bro. Y'all foul. And if we looked up some of y'all search history on y'all browser, just because you think you deleted it, it's still there. It's still there. If we check some of y'all computers, some of y'all will be in jail right now. Right now. And I hate, look at this shit. What about the women? Stop being a bitch. Stop being a bitch. Stop saying, what about the women? Because that's the same thing that women do when we get them and we hold them accountable. What about the men? No, it's your turn, nigga. It's your turn. We'll talk about the women when it's time to talk about the women. We talk about the women. We hold them accountable all the time. It's your turn, nigga. Stop asking what about them. You should be in support of this. You should be saying, yeah, fam, we need to get all of these pedophiles up out of here. Talking about what about the, what do you mean? We're not talking about that right now. We talking about y'all. If you ain't in that group, then you shouldn't even have no concern about it. You shouldn't even be offended. The only people that's offended by this is the people that got a nasty search history on they browser. I'm amazed. But see, listen, when you see these guys in the chat and you see these guys saying this wild stuff, just don't say that I didn't warn you. When y'all get with these guys and y'all wind up getting into a relationship and you got a kid and you kept trying to figure out, hey, why is this man so nice to me and he, you know what I'm saying, he want to talk to a single mother? That's because he looking at your son, nigga. He looking at your son, baby. He ain't checking for you. You just extra. You thought that you was the prize? No. Your son, he looking at your son and your daughter. What you thought that it was limited to just the little girls that was in high school? It's not, bro. It absolutely is not. I'm about to catch this train, man. Y'all nasty, and y'all need to fix yourself. Wild. Absolutely insane. Can't believe y'all.